Evening, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Pardon any sync issues. I'm doing two new things tonight. I'm gonna have well, right now I'm setting up my screens like usual. Let me get it on live chat here on YouTube. And get all right. That's as small as I can make. Streamlabs. Okay, it's the real challenge. All right, and what I've also got right now, of course, I've got YouTube open. Now, I'm not technically streaming anywhere else, but I do have, if it's out of sync, which I'm a little afraid it might be. I might have to stop doing this, but right now I've got YouTube chat room open and also the Twitch chat room, since there are folks who have Twitch accounts who do not have YouTube accounts. So while they can watch the show and have a good time, they can't like comment, leave a like, subscribe, any of the other stuff. But so yeah, if it is out of sync, let me know. I'll have to shut off Twitch and maybe just use it on my phone. We'll see. But right now, what's up to Patrick over on YouTube and over at Twitch? We owe you Bill Cooper. He says, "Good evening, Nikki. What's up, man? How's it going?" So I've got it right now. I've got I just because Streamlabs shows me a bunch of other stuff underneath, like the picture of myself. I barely know what that means. So I don't need to see it when I'm live. So I've got that covered up with Twitch, and then YouTube's completely the other side. So yeah, how is it going? How is, I'm fairly certain it's Saturday. Yeah, how's your Saturday? Uh, I was, I'm sort of used to going back to quite frankly now. So I woke up today kind of low key expecting to be just in one chat room tonight. And it's like, no, you just did that for about 5 days. I think you have a live show tonight. It's like, well, I wasn't sure, but all the dates were in sync with, the 11th, so it must be Saturday. We owe you. Bill Cooper said, "Doing well. Hope you are too. Doing really good." It's kind of odd because I've got the temperature, I've got the heat off, and it's like 74, 75 Fahrenheit in here. But I still feel a little bit like flap sweaty. I'm doing something different. I never wear anything on my lips, but I've got some Carmex on, and that kind of has like a bit of a tingle to it, so my lips feel warm. So and then like no socks, so it's like my face is hot and tingly, and then my toes are cold. But it's working out pretty well. It was a full busy week at quite frankly. If you were there, it was a lot of fun. I really hope, because what I did start to get into my DVDs of Dark Shadows, and at one point I noticed that it was just ever so slightly out of sync. Now, it could have been like, maybe I needed to stick the disc in there to, clean the DVD player itself. Really don't have to do that much. So it's like, maybe it's just this one disc, and then it got back to normal. So it could have just been that one episode. Packer said, "Just turned to Sunday here. Hope everyone is well." Yeah, doing pretty good. Can't complain. I stayed in, so I got to miss the cold. It just got to, it's been below freezing since, I don't know, it feels like a month or so now. But today it got up to 0. It got up to just freezing earlier. Oh, it's -1 now, but I swear it was 0 earlier. And I don't know what the hell is going on with Twitch, because yesterday at the show, I swear to God, it felt like 5 minutes just to sign into Twitch. It shouldn't be that hard to click at the thing at the bottom of my screen and just go there. It's like sign back in. So I'm like, okay. And I had to change my password and do all that. So that was just minutes out of my life. But then I go to sign in on my phone and it gives me the same thing. Like I wasn't just inside the app, sometime this week. So whatever, I signed into that, so that was ready to go. So let me sign in for Twitch for tonight. I was just there yesterday. It should be good to go. No, sign in or sign up for an account. Like it's been 24 hours, Twitch. How if it's your memory can't be worse than mine. What the hell is wrong with you? But I went through the whole thing and you type in your stuff and it's got to send you an email and you type in the numbers. It's like, welcome back. It's like, bitch, I didn't go anywhere. Stop doing drugs. So that's just Twitch being, it could just be, every so often apps and things log you out. It could just be a start of the year thing. So it's, so like, then I click some other ones. It's like, well, what else have I not been into in 24 hours? Like, oh, it's just, I'm at Tumblr every day. Is it not going to let me into Tumblr? Is it, oh, Moon Bunny, glad you made it. What's up? Um, Twitch did do this. Because I popped in there on Friday because I do need to start, spend more time in there, and they did update it. The only real difference is in when I get when you yourself, I'm stuttering so much. I'm so excited when you yourself get tagged. It's the brightest thing on the screen. It used to be like I think it was like bright. No, it was white. So I've got, black, dark mode, and then this big white, thing every time I get tagged. So it would hurt my eyes. They got rid of that. They got rid of that. When you get tagged, it's just like ever so slightly, like lighter. So it's like a very dark gray. But like my name doesn't need to light up. I know my own name. I can recognize it in the crowd. There's not that many Nikki M. Carlins around. I checked. So I'm going to notice. But they fixed that. So, uh, I would say the only thing Twitch just needs is to like show people's avatars next to their names, like that everything would be perfect. Oh, this is cool though because I'm looking at it now because when I use Twitch on the phone, it always makes my handle gray no matter what. You can choose your own color for your Twitch handle, but here when I'm like got it on the screen, it's a proper purple. So I'm glad it does that. Bill Cooper saying Twitch security does not fuck around. I guess not. Jesus. Moon Buddy says your excitement is contagious. Thank you. Yeah, it's I'm surprised because like usually things update and they change for the worse, but this was a change for the better. So like, wow, I'll take that as a birthday present from Twitch. That's very nice. I was waiting for it to start doing like animations, and it does kind of waste some space. At the top of the chat room, because I do pop out chat, it'll say like gift a sub for $6. It's like fuck you, man. That's a $6 sub. It better have calories in it. So no. And then it's got some other stuff. Could you get points for like just sitting and watching a channel on Twitch when they're live? Like it wouldn't do it for me now because I'm not, technically streaming onto Twitch. But for everybody else, when you like, I don't know exactly how it works, but you sit there so long you get points that you can use for things. Basically, it's supposed to encourage people to watch. But that was like on the screen moving around, so I tapped that to make it hold the fuck still, and it did. And then so Twitch is just looking wonderful. And what's up to Jeannie Yankee fan? How's it going? I see these names all the time, and I say them in my head, but I never read them out loud, so it's kind of odd to do that. So yeah, Twitch got an update, and it's looking pretty now. It just makes you sign in every single time you turn around. If it makes me do this again, I'm going to try it on Monday. And if it has me do it on Monday, I'm just going to have to memorize my password and just get that fast at logging in or doing it ahead of time or just something. It had a better update. It's worth it to have that better update and not see now it's doing it here. When people tag me here, it's like a big white thing. Maybe it's because it's my own channel over on Twitch. So I'm learning. I'm learning. But that's all right. Oh man. I do kind of want to mention, since I did finish it up over on Netflix, so kind of, like light spoilers for The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, the first 6 episodes, just because that's all that's on Netflix right now. That's all I thought there was. Uh, like I watched the first episode and then didn't go back to it for maybe about 3 months. So like I saw it sometime last year. It was enough to like make me interested in what was going on. Uh, I mean, I'll watch Norman Reedus do anything. He's great. I like the character of Daryl. So Moon Bunny, I do have a Twitch channel. I'm not broadcasting there though. So like if you have a Twitch, you have a chat room. If it's just as easy to you just go to you can go to people do this for quite frankly because he doesn't broadcast from his oh this is gonna make noise. Hold on. Sorry. He doesn't broadcast his quite frankly from Twitch anymore. So what people will do is they'll hang out in the Twitch chat room and just watch elsewhere because the chat room at Twitch never closes. You can chat in there anytime. So you just go to let me go to following Frank. So what you do when you get to somebody's page, it's across the way, it goes like home, about, clips, videos, schedule. If you make that slide over just one more, there's a chat option. You tap that and you're in the chat room. But that anybody's channel can have that. Frank can have it even though he's uploaded there. I have it even though I don't have any videos on Twitch. So it's just an extra chat room you can use because those folks just don't have YouTube accounts for, whatever reason. People aren't like me and don't want to establish their handle on every single platform. Some people want to be anonymous or they only want to sign into one account or they're like, screw that. I'm not remembering all those passwords. I'm not putting my information out there. And I get it. I get it. I'm on all of the social media, so you don't have to be. Now, jumping ahead though, if and when I do branch out to another platform, it will be Twitch, just because it is my second favorite chat room to use. It's purple. I sort of spent almost a year there, sort of training to get used to Twitch before Frank was off of YouTube all of the time. We kind of didn't have a choice, so we had to go somewhere else. I wanted to be familiar with it. And it is for gaming, and am an old school gamer. You never stop gaming. Sorry, I'm messing with my shirt. It's rolling up the back. Damn, I'm not that fat. Um, Bill Cooper, yeah, Twitch chat's open 24/7, 365. Damn straight. Moon Buddy said, got it. I've chatted on there before. I just didn't know the details of how it works. Yeah, it might throw people off saying that to like read, pardon me, and chat in one place and then watch in another. But that's sort of what we had to do for 6 months, whatever it was this time last year when Frank was only on for an hour on YouTube. And then we all had to go to Pilled. So we were stuck, listening to him on that. And then some of us were chatting, mostly on Gilded. That was very hit and miss. So that you just have to make do. It all works out. It all works out. You get to watch the show. You get to talk about the show while you're watching it. Oh, when Frank played that It's a Wonderful Life, I was on the Twitch chat room there, even though he was playing it on Pilled. Oh, Pickled Gamer, glad you made it. So The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. This is The Walking Dead proper ended, and then they did some spin-offs. I know this one with like Negan and Maggie. I would check that out because I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan. They talked about some like Rick. I was gonna say Rick Sanchez, but Rick Grimes, standalone movies. What's up, J5000? Oh, this is a me phone for his channel. BFDI. That's a new one on me. When Buddy said, "Are you also reading from the Twitch chat right now? I'm hearing names, but not seeing them here on YouTube." Yeah, if you go to my channel, Nikki M Carlin, and go to the chat room, there's a couple folks over there chatting. Yeah. Is Me Phone 4, is that is it like a comedy channel? Oh, Patrick, talking about I used the Kick channel the other night, thought it was pretty good. Yeah, Kick, it's just kick.com slash quite frankly, I don't know if it's quite frankly live or quite frankly TV. You can find the guy, but it looks just like Twitch. It's well, I use dark mode for everything, but like how you get to the chat room, it's the same kind of setup. J5000, yeah, I'm not streaming on Twitch, but people are using the chat room on Twitch because if you have a Twitch handle, you have a chat room. So it's the same it's the same thing they do when they watch, quite frankly, except they're on my channel instead of Frank's. But yeah, Kick looks just like Twitch. The only difference is when I use it on the laptop, it's got the animated emojis I can't turn off, but it's not that way on my phone. So I do kind of want to like use it for a little bit on my phone while I'm on quite frankly, which is kind of awkward. And I know it's not that busy, but I might just pop in just to type in it. Yeah. Yeah, J5000. I'm Nikki M. Carlin on Twitch. I use the same name everywhere. So if I mean, I prefer that this is for folks that some folks just don't have YouTube, but they watch my show and they can't, leave a comment because they don't have an account. So this is so I can see what they're up to. Bill Cooper's saying over on Twitch, I use dark mode for everything as well. So much better on the eyes. It really is. I don't know how I got by without it before, and now it's necessary. And I'm sad to say that both Venmo and Buy Me a Coffee, if you get the app, there is no dark mode option. So you just gotta, oh, thanks for the donation. Oh God, it hurts so much, but it's not so bad. Um, yeah, Daryl Dixon is in France, and he, of course, does not speak the language and comes across some folks in a church, and they're gonna help each other out. But the way the second episode starts, it's nothing but backstory about like the girl character, and at the time I could not even recall her name. And before I got done with that episode, I was sick of looking at her. I'm like, I don't care what she did before the zombie apocalypse, just help Daryl. I give zero fucks. But then through the course of that episode, they give you her backstory and another character's backstory. And I'm thinking, they could have made this whole thing 8 episodes long and pushed us back a little bit because I really don't care. But it gets better. It did kind of like pique my interest. They sort of like pushed away some characters I was sick of seeing anyway. Like, you're only here to pop up in the last episode. I don't give a fuck about you or your storyline. But it's so refreshing to hear them cuss. Like, fuck this guy. I don't give a shit. Well, they said shit on The Walking Dead, but they specifically say the word fuck because you could not say that on AMC. You just could not say that. And I don't think they were going to bleep it out. So it's very refreshing to hear them speak like people. People are going to drop F bombs in the ZA. Oh, Scott Aaron, walking, duh. It's The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, the first 6 episodes. Um, Kind of like this is from The Walking Dead. The line, they're messing with the wrong people. If you remember that line, you know where it happens at. They shot that scene again, but with Andrew Lincoln saying they're fucking with the wrong people. Actually set enough bomb. Oh my God, they probably played it on The Talking Dead. No spoilers for when he says that, but if you saw the show, you know. So it's nice to hear them swear. And then it gets to this is spoilers for the character Daryl Dixon, just because I don't think this is gonna like come up in like the Daryl Dixon Wikipedia, but his grandfather fought in on D-Day and died there that day. Didn't even make it off of the beach. At one point they're in a cemetery. I'm, jumping around a bit. I'm really not trying to give a lot of spoilers. Jim Morrison's grave, they kind of stop by him, and younger kids like, who's that? He has to explain it was a rock star, and oh, did he die in France? Daryl's like, I guess so. But anyway, it gets towards the end of like the six. It's like the season's only 6 episodes long, and there's Daryl on a beach, there's a cemetery, there's a sold American flag. he starts looking around, and it's like crosses and stars of David, and he's looking at names. Long story short, he finds his grandfather. And you can't show me Norman Reedus crying because I'm just, tears no matter what. So, like, he gets weepy, I get weepy. Anyway, it ends. There's a cameo by another character that I really like at the end. Very glad to see them. But I looked it up. I'm like, how come it says 12 episodes online, but Netflix says 6? Whatever, whatever. But then I watched all 6 episodes and I wanted to see more. So then I go back to look it up on IMDb. And it is 12 episodes, but like there's the logo for it, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. And there's a teeny tiny itsy bitsy extra subtitle underneath. So I got really, really close to my phone and looked. And it's like The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. I'm not going to spoil the other subtitle for you. So that there are more episodes with, I don't know with what they're going to do, but I would like to see those episodes. So if Netflix would like to kindly put them on their platform so I can watch them, that would be super cool of them. I like both of those characters a lot. I'm glad they survived. Yes, super, super lightweight spoilers. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. If you like The Walking Dead or if you don't care, it's worth checking out. If you don't speak French, they use subtitles. Sometimes when they're speaking English, it's kind of hard to understand them. But at the same time, I really didn't care enough to put the subtitles on. Like I got the gist of it. Well, I'm not writing a book report on it. It's fine. It was a lot of fun to watch. It was pretty cool. And then, yeah, Norman Reedus is one of the executive producers, so he's throwing his own money behind it. Um, yeah, I would like to see the rest of it whenever that happens to fall into my lap. Oh, damn, J5000. I'm on day 3 of a head cold. Please forgive me for being fuzzy headed today. Understandable. J5000, Nikki's new series, Walking Dead recaps. I've already been through The Walking Dead like twice, I want to say. But like I got so far, and then they didn't have maybe the last season on Netflix, and then I finally got to see that, 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. Like I am going to be reviewing all of Dark Shadows from 1966. That's a soap opera that ran for 5 years. And we're also going to be talking about Deadwood at some point. This is something you can just, I just got the DVD box set secondhand. I don't know where you can stream it at, but we are going to be tackling that because it's so many, frankly, like Deadwood. So I have to tell you, it's fucking awesome. Oh my God. Every episode's great. Haven't seen the movie. Every episode's great. So pissed off it ended. And I guess it just ended because it was getting up to be. It ended in 2006, pre Game of Thrones, and it was costing like $1 million an episode, and just I guess the return on investment was not there, so they axed it. It was only 3 years. Patrick, haven't watched TV for 5 or 6 years. Yeah, right about 2019, I got a smart TV, and I had to set an alarm to watch anything on TV proper. But basically, anything on regular TV you can watch for free somewhere. Say you want to watch a show on ABC, you just get the ABC app and watch it on that. So it's not, you don't have to have, cable and all that. Oh, and Beach app, what's up? Glad you made it. Oh, damn, Bill Cooper's saying it's day 12 in this hotel for me. My mother has made progress, but will still need assistance at home. Oh, and you'll be there for 3 more weeks. Oh no, did your mom have an episode? Oh, she had a stroke. He's saying, "Oh my God, best of luck to her. That's so scary." Oh, geez. Moon Bunny, I haven't owned a TV since 2013. I stream movies and watch TV. Yeah, I've got a smart TV, so it's I tried to look up like the TV button, like something, and I'm like, how do I move it around? How do I select? How do I don't know how to. And it's funny for me to not understand how to work like the TV part when I grew up on TV, but I don't mess with that part. I don't wait around for what I want to see. I just hit play. So I should say that I also got a phone number set up for the channel. It's just Jenna, I believe, suggested a phone number or to check out getting a Google Voice phone number. I didn't know that was a thing. It's a free thing. You just get and you basically just download the app and it kind of asks you what number you want to use. Like you can use, I guess you can use a phone number from anywhere around the country, but I kind of chose more of a local-ish one. Where do I have it saved? It's I was as much as I was gonna look around in other places for a phone number, the very first one had a 69 at the end. So it's like why should I even bother looking around for any other numbers? This one's perfect. Let me type it. It has to have a 69 in it. Oh, I can't even type phone numbers anymore. Bill Cooper, if you smoke, quit right now. Damn straight. Cigarettes are gay. Let me put this in the Twitch chat room. So the phone number, now this is just a phone number just to call myself when I'm live. This is not a, I'm gonna, turn it off when I'm not live, so don't be blowing it up and leaving voicemails, because we've been over the fact that I don't listen to voicemails, so don't even do that. Yep, that's it. So the number is 419-359-8869. And like that's perfect, especially with the nines in there. It's at least it has a ring to it. None of the other ones just like looked pleasing or just it has to look a certain way. It just can't be any old numbers. It's I guess if I had too many sixes in there, nobody would call it. They'd be expecting to talk to Satan or something like that. So there were no numbers like that, but it's like I like that. So that's just the phone number to use for just the show. If you'd like, they're open. I'm checking the batteries since this is probably going to use up a little bit more power today. Okay. And then let me make sure the notifications are up so I hear it if it rings. Just, wait, ringtone. A ringtone? Yeah. I don't know. I barely use phones. So I'll just keep that there. Moon Bunny says they can't find me on Twitch. How can I? No, wait. Do I have this? Oops, didn't want to do that. What did I erase? Look, give me like a quick share from my channel. Okay, it doesn't do that. Let me try this. Twitch. Oh, wait, go back. Do not make me sign into this again. I swear to God. Here, it's yep, that's me. Bill Cooper, can't find you on Twitch. We're over here. Like, hello. It's just not it's not intuitive to find if a channel is not live, which that'll be my problem. I'll be going to find Frank's chat room and I tap on live and nobody's live, nothing's lit up. So I'm like, I know he's live. I'm watching him on YouTube right now. And oh, right, hold on. Following and all that stuff. Moon Bunny saying, cool to know J5000 and Pickled Gamer are a couple. That's so cool. Yeah, we have some couples around it, quite frankly. It's been known to happen. Um, Bill Cooper, yeah. Nikki loses it on Twitch in 3, 2, 1. Not live, use the search. Because I just always end up going to I can go to Twitch. I know it's gonna want to make noise at me, but up in the very top left corner it says following. So I tap that right away, and then I can just scroll down. But I can't follow my own channel, so how do I find? No, it's not that bad. Wait, do I have? Sorry. Okay. Beach Chip, yeah, the reasonable programming services has gone over to pay subscription TV. I thought it was a joke when I was watching Still Game talking about TV licenses. I thought that was something. I'm like, okay, that show is, finger quotes drink old. It's from 2002. Maybe they don't have that anymore. No, that's a real thing. You want to watch something on BBC? They're like, sure, download the BBC app, and then you have to prove you've got, paying for your TV over there. So basically, if you're not from the UK, you're locked out of the app. So screw them. So I get why some people just use streaming services, and I'm not going to pay for cable television when I can stream absolutely anything I want. I would say for free, but you pay for your internet, but it basically for free. I'm not paying extra. Okay, Moon Bunny. Yeah, talking about I was using the app search feature and got nothing. The link that I gave her worked. Okay, yeah. Come on, Twitch. Don't have a problem with my last name like Rumble did. I'll go in there. Oh, Patrick, yeah, thing with large TVs, if the screen breaks, they're worthless. They're really flimsy. I don't understand why. I went to Walmart and I swear to God, this TV was, I think I said 75 inches. I mean, like my arms don't even stretch that wide. It's the size of a wall. You would have to sit so far back from it. Like, what is the responsible distance that needs to be away from a person for it to not hurt their eyes? And if it had as far as away as it needs to be, you're gonna have to pump up the volume because like I can't hear the TV when it's half a mile away. That's fucking stupid. How detailed does your pornography gotta be that it's 75 inch? It just, if you have the money to buy a 75-inch TV, but you're buying it at Walmart, you need to stop. Just get two 32-inch TVs and call it a like the TV I have now is 43 inches. It is as long as my leg, and I'm mostly legs. That's ridiculous. I know Bill Cooper, 75-inch TV. Why? Because like I've seen like 55, then 65, and 75. Like it doesn't make the show better. You're not going to be able to see whatever it was that last battle on Game of Thrones any better because the TV is bigger. No, it's just that they just made it that dark. You're not going to see that. The brightness will not go up that high. Bill Cooper, yeah, how detailed does your porno have to be? It's like you're not like, are you actually like me like feeling the girl if it's that big? It's not 3D TV. It's not virtual reality. It's still just a screen. It's not going to be, because the thing is, what if you go to your buddy's house and he does have a 32-inch TV? That's going to hurt your eyes. It'll be like watching, Gravity on your phone. You're not supposed to do that. Oh, J5000, thank you. Following on Twitch now. Yeah, one of these days I'll be simulcasting over on Twitch. I like them. And I really have not thought about a third place. Bill Cooper, the veins! The veins! Yeah! Dude, he's giving it to her. You can details like you can tell what time they shaved yesterday. You can see so much damn detail. Oh, Patrick, yeah, I use a 32-inch screen for computer, just right. Yeah, that would be just right for to do computery stuff. That might be a bit much to do this. Like I like what Frank does. I don't know what size his TVs are, or not TVs, but his monitors are. But he's got like two or three there that seems to be the right size. No, I'm not live, Moon Bunny on Twitch. I'm not live there. It's just people just using my chat room there. I'm still only on YouTube. But yeah, apparently Castro left his job in Canada because he's too distracted. Sounds like they got a new influx of minors in, so he's too busy doing them to do his official job. Same reason why I like folks just did not see Joe Biden for a little bit. New shipment came in. He was too busy. Oh, damn, B Chip saying, yeah, the TV in the lounge room wrecked just by tipping over onto the table it was on, and the screen cracked and went blank in the corner. Chucked it on the curb. Someone else picked it up. I know that's right. I use it for target practice just to see how it takes a bullet. A B Chip likely the possible spare parts or took the TV for the TV repair shop. All good. Just place the old TV back there. Yeah. Bill Cooper, yeah, by people, Nikki means those paranoid donkeys that don't want a YouTube account. I just don't understand not having one. Like, I'm not knocking anybody, but I just honestly can't comprehend it. I've had a YouTube account since 2011, and I live here. Just checking the battery. It can go a little bit longer. I mean, like, quite frankly, it's here. My own channel's here. All of my music is here. I've got, movies here. My dad is here. It's the only way I can see any of my family. And it's been like that for a solid 10 years. So uh, I mean, like, I don't understand because I don't have a good memory. So I need to have music in places. That's why I've got 120 some playlists. I don't know. I just can't wrap my head around it. It's like taking somebody who eats I don't know potatoes every day and telling them to not eat potatoes. Like what do you put there instead? You can't. There's nothing else like it. Bill Cooper, yes, I can watch everything I want on YouTube. That's all I want it for. Yeah, I have to. I like the fact that it remembers where I was, like the history part. Otherwise, I would have no idea what I do at all. What was that song I listened to the other day? What was that movie I listened to? What was that video? I don't know. I don't know. I'll forget. Oh, Janiana, Twitch is saying, oh, no need to change. It's just where the only thing YouTube really needs that it doesn't have, well, other than to like, fix the way the like YT Studio app looks and other things like that. It needs like a DM feature. I've heard there's a way to message people on YouTube, but that it never pops up for me, so I think they're making it up. Oh yeah, the Monday show. That's when Frank was playing, or the lady was on. She's like big on homeschooling. She had been on before, he said, but it's been something like 5 months. So I don't really remember that chick, but then I do have a vague memory of a chick who was on the show talking about homeschooling. So it must be the same girl. Oh, Bill Cooper said I have music playlists with no account. I just know with YouTube, if you go on incognito mode, you will mistake it for a porn site. No bullshit. So I don't go on incognito. I'm not here on YouTube for that. There's other websites for that, not YouTube. Uh, It's just it has to remember where I've been, or I will have no memory of what I've done. So if there's like gaps in like if I stop to watch, Netflix or like DVDs, and like suddenly there's all this time I was not watching YouTube and I can't remember what I did. Moon Bunny saying a projector seemed to be making a comeback to Beach app. Patrick saying I learned to fix TVs, computers, game boxes, etc. from YouTube. Can start from small expense to start, but cost more as you progress. TV's actually the easiest. Oh, I'll be damned. It seems with these smart TVs, well, it's not just me. This is how my last one died. It's just like you go to turn it on and it's on that loading screen and it never progresses from there. It would just stay there for hours. If I left it plugged in, I could leave it unplugged for 24 hours, plug it back in. That would not come together. Oh, Bill Cooper saying YouTube keeps track no matter account or no account. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah. Keeping track of folks. And then I forget exactly how this came up. Let me answer that question. Jeannie asked, can I go on pilled? Absolutely not. It only goes up to 720p. After an hour, it sounds like the audio is coming through a tin can. The chat room has animations that cannot be turned off. You can only see 7 lines of chat at a time. Saving the worst for last, it cannot remember my name. I've had a total of 3 handles in the last 10 years. It won't use Nikki M. Carlin. It tries to use just Nikki M. It tries to use my first handle. It cannot remember who I am. I did email them about that. They got back to me. They're like, oh, try signing out, signing back in. And I shouldn't have to do that, but there's no point if there's animations on the screen. I can't even look at the screen to chat there, so I can't use Pilled. I can only, worst case scenario, like if Frank does that, It's a Wonderful Life type of thing, I can play it, like have it on, like just the screen on my TV, but I will not use that chat room. I'll be in the Twitch chat room because there's nothing animated on it and trying to cause eye strain. They don't hate people with epilepsy or hate old people or hate people who can't see animations on a screen. They're cool people. Let me plug this in. Sorry if there's sync issues. Oh, Pickled Gamer, thank you. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Thank you. So I do have a Pilled account. Again, I'm, on every platform as Nikki M. Carlin, but like somebody asked if I was ever at the after hours, quite frankly, no, for all the reasons I just said. So if they could find a way to turn off the animations and have it remember my handle, I would go there. I can deal with tinny audio for a little bit, but I do have tinnitus. It's more hassle than it's worth. And they allegedly don't have bots, but they certainly do have a ton of people that act like bots. Patrick saying you have to let it restart from an update. Takes about 10 minutes to update. Yeah, it would just, well, like to be fair, the TV it was like 5 years and 2 months old. So I guess that's old for a smart TV. And it was basically on all of the time. I had to sleep with the TV on. So the only time it was off was when I was at work. So it got use out of it, and then I just did not. I was too stressed out to deal with it. Plus, I was, there was that one time I had maybe about 5 TVs in the room and had to return some of them. So I got really good at boxing and unboxing an Insignia Fire TV, getting it set up in less than an hour. That was an ordeal. At least it happened in the summer. If it happened in the wintertime, that would have been even worse. J5000 saying, Nikki, we were telling Frank today about the issues with Pill, but he says it works fine. I'd rather be able to watch and chat on YouTube. I wonder if he could start a second YouTube channel and be monetized. Um, Now, as far as Pill goes, I know they kind of need Frank because he does kind of have a big pull. But at the same time, they do hate people with epilepsy, and they should have worked on those issues before they just decided to start designing a website. I don't understand why they're the worst website I've ever used in 29 years, but they are in current year. So I don't know what their problem is. I don't know like why they get off on being the worst, but they are. What's up, Jenna? Glad you made it. And if they take offense to that, they really should. Because look at YouTube, look at Twitch, look at Twitter when there's a chat room going on. Look at Rockfin. If you remember Theta, think about that. You notice what's not happening? Animations. I do wonder about that. Like Frank starting a second channel, it would be. I mean, I'm not saying he couldn't build it up, but it would just be a matter of time before YouTube decided, like, oh, this guy's talking about too many political things that we don't like. He's just like that other guy, quite frankly. So next thing you know, Frank's getting emails about like strikes and then like weeks off and stuff like that. Maybe Frank can look at all those animations on the screen. He hasn't had to go through no eyesight yet. Oh, Jenna said she had to attend a webinar for her product. Oh, cool. What is it? Oh, J5000. I don't have epilepsy. I did have one, two, three seizures in 2012. That's how I got down to 97 pounds. I wasn't allowed to work, but it was like literally just like that year in my life. Like never had an issue with it before, never had an issue with it since. It does feel like before a seizure comes on, you just feel like very tired. You feel like you have anxiety, which I know what it's like to be tired, and I already have anxiety. No, that was I was partying on something, and then I had to stop partying on it because they stopped selling it, and then I guess my body didn't like the detox. Bill Cooper, yeah, the stickers on pill cause a variety of issues. Yeah, you can't turn the stickers off on pill. That is true, but you get your avatar there, you get a little circle avatar, and then there's like a little animated thing around the avatar that never stops. Or maybe the avatar itself is like blinking to different images all the time. Oh yeah, Jen, I do have a phone number now. She asked, it's a 419-359-8869. Um, yeah. So I have taken calls, but just not from that phone number. Oh, I am hungry now. Glad you made it. I was thinking about you. Whenever I'm hungry. J5000, I don't understand how all these newer content creators talk about the same things as Frank and they don't get demonetized. That is odd how that works out. I I don't know, like, like, yeah, there are a lot of other political channels that are, like, doing, air quotes better. And by better, I just mean the fact that they still have, like, super chats and the memberships and all that stuff. I'm not saying Frank's not doing well. Um, I don't know why some people get to, like, slide under the radar, some don't. I do know Frank does, like, what you always hear about other channels getting taken down, but his is okay. But I don't know what those other channels are doing to make them just get deplatformed flat out or, keep getting strikes, whereas Frank gets to, kind of skirt the worst of the stuff. Like, yes, he was demonetized, but I mean, a lot of channels were back in 2020. So it's not like it was just him. J5000 said, so sorry, glad the problems didn't get worse. It wasn't, it was odd. It was the summer I was skinny, so 2012. And if you remember the Olympics that year, Paul McCartney was going to perform. And I was thinking, cool, let me go into my room, sit down. I want to watch this. And then I woke up in the hospital and I was wearing my like around the house clothes. And I never wear my around the house clothes outside. So I was wearing like shorts and like a cutoff shirt, not like belly shirt, just like the arms were a little bit short. And while I was small and I looked good, I'm like, I do not want to be here. I'm cold. Everything hurts. I don't like hospitals. Get me out of here because I've had a rule since I was 10 years old. If I have to spend the night in a hospital, I will get arrested because I will destroy absolutely everything I can get my hands on. I remember what they did to me when I was 10. So they got me out of there. And then around Thanksgiving that year, I had just like fallen out at work. They took me to the hospital, whatever. But then it like happened the next day too. So then like I was on a doctor's restriction. I wasn't allowed to like basically like I couldn't hold a baby. What if I like, fell out and dropped it? I couldn't be behind a locked door. They said I couldn't drive, but I still did. I'm like, it feels like an anxiety attack. If I get an anxiety when I'm driving, I'll just pull the fuck over and climb in the back seat. So that was fine. But I wasn't allowed to work from like around, Thanksgiving until like just after my birthday. So I did not have the money for food. So I was like, well, I did want to, get down to like 99, 100 pounds around there. When I went back to work, I got on the scale and I was 97 pounds. Looked fabulous. I looked like a mummy, like, like chest, you could just nothing but rib cage, not as much back fat, just all this stuff looked so great, but I didn't want to quite get that small. Let me gain 2 pounds. So yeah, losing your job is a great way to lose weight. And I had insomnia, so I'd be up for like 2 days in a row, pissed off and hungry and just like shaking and cold. J5000, yeah, Frank survived the culling, but they hurt him financially. I think he kind of like, got the last laugh because he's selling his coffee and his merch and, taking vacations. So he's keeping his head above water. Beach Chef saying it's actually illegal to incite/encourage. That's why the YouTube community guidelines are mainly about. J5000, I'm 5'3". Yeah, Bill Cooper. Yeah, the avatars over on Pill. Jenny, yeah, divorce will do it too. Yeah, if you get super stressed out or like super like suicidally depressed, that's a dieting moment. That is an opportunity. Okay, B Chip. Yeah. For example, if someone slaps someone else on the hand, not against community guidelines, but encouraging someone to slap someone else's hand, that's against YouTube's community guidelines. Yeah. Oh, Brenda, glad you made it. Bill Cooper saying, "Damn, Nikki, when I get hungry and cold, I could shank a bitch. You're doing great to not be in jail." Yeah, my temper was a lot worse back in 2012, 2013. I don't know what mellowed me out. So I'm certainly angrier than I was back then. But I was expecting because like I is when my because I do have a bad temper and like there's just like zero buffer room when my weight gets down, so it's just like zero to murder, which I'm fine with. Like I'll give you one warning and that's it. I don't have the breath for two. But I was it's just not maybe it's just building up in the background. I'm sure it's still there, or maybe it doesn't just piss me off that bad. Uh, but yeah, I'm used to running on fumes. I'll tell you that. You get used to it. J5000, yeah, Nikki is petite. Yeah, I've been told I should tell people I'm like 5'6", 5'7", because I guess I photograph taller. Oh, Dusty Blue, glad you made it. Uh, but yeah, when I was at my last job, I was 110. I swore to myself I'd get back down to my happy weight, 99 pounds, when I left that job, and that's what I did. Okay, yeah, Patrick was saying on Monday, because I think I asked or something like this came up, and he said a fag is someone who works for an older student in public, private school, tuition paying schools. So not a bundle of sticks, not a derogatory term for a gay person. Just talking about the cigarette word. Oh, J5000 saying that I might want to get tested for MTHFR genetic mutation. I have some of the symptoms. Oh, I've never heard of that. Like what? Bill Cooper, Zero to Murder. Great name for your autobiography, Nikki. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Zero. Only if I kill somebody. And I did kill that fly on camera, the Collinsport fly. I've got to find that episode. It was sometime in May. That was my first on-screen kill. I was so happy. One hit, bam. It was like right in the middle of the episode too, like right exactly around like an hour in. We're talking about. Oh, I said like name a Tom Cruise movie. I haven't seen it, and then, yep, the camera fell, but it was worth it. It was so worth it. I'm so glad everybody got to see that. Now, see, Tuesday, this pissed me off. I was so mad because maybe this is a theme. Maybe this is gonna have, maybe this is just gonna be a thing for 2025 because there was not a Gray Still Plays upload on December 31st. That was a Tuesday. So I'm like, okay, it's December 31st. Maybe the holiday is just off. But then the 7th rolls around this last Tuesday, and I'm waiting around, go to Quite Frankly, leave Quite Frankly, fall asleep, wake up. There was no Gray Still Plays upload on the 7th. What the actual fuck? It's been twice now. Maybe it's gonna be a thing. I don't know. I didn't appreciate it. I was low key worried. Bill Cooper, first kill, starting small, nice. First on screen kill, specifically. Michael, motherfuck disorder? Yeah, sometimes I'm a motherfucker. Jenna, is that mofo genetic? BCF don't like animal cruelty. However, when it comes to insect pests, don't mind control. Yeah, it's the thing. Don't it's if you work on film, you don't work with animals or children. A fly counts as an animal. I don't do the co-host thing. So that's two violations. Three, it was in my room without permission. I don't care if you are from Collinsport. Oh, J5000 saying those symptoms are sudden bouts of anger, lack of energy. Look into it. 20 to 50% of the population is estimated to have it. I have it. Caused huge issues for me. I really don't get too angry. I have a Scorpio moon, so if I'm gonna get mad, it's gonna be serious mad. Oh, I don't have energy because I have depression. John Rogers, glad you made it. I wish that would shake off because it's been almost a month since I've been able to see it, quite frankly, again. And like I am cheering up. Like I do have an appetite. I do want to sing. I do listen to music. I can do things other than just watch Gray Still Plays all day. But I would like to be able to like stay up a little bit longer and get up a little bit earlier and have just a bit more energy. But like I realize I'm old, so my body's just got to get used to that again. Plus, I was drinking those energy drinks, so I'm sure I gotta like get better from that. Um, but yeah, my energy issues come from the delete yourself depression. That's gotta be it. J5000. Also, I prayed every day for 2 years for God to take away my anger, and one day He did. Yeah, I was just saying in my last show, if you have a bad temper, you can either let it destroy you, or you can channel it and make it work for you. Dusty Blue. When visiting my friend in the south of France this summer, he had a tennis racket that was electrified to kill. I've seen one of those before. They had one at my one job, and I was afraid I was gonna get electrocuted by it because there was always like water just randomly everywhere. Beechap, have you asked the doctor to check for asthma? See, I'm not a good breather, but again, I do, smoke out on the balcony, so I think it's from that. Like I'm not gonna start taking that thing, unless it gets you high. But nobody ever, I never notice anybody on asthma tripping balls, so I don't think that's what it does. That kind of sounds like me, J5000. She's saying there are other symptoms, but basically the gene mutation means your body can't process essential B vitamins and amino acids. I think my body just does not take in like water the way it should. Like I think my body should absorb more of the water. I think that could just be we don't eat, 100% healthy food because of all the chemicals in it. Oh, John Rogers said he's been on the phone with his mom. Oh, that's nice. I hope she's doing well. Oh, Jeannie on Twitch saying, "Oh, Nikki, you're a spring chick. I wish. My birthday's a week from today. I am old." When Bunny said, "I've used an electric bug killer racket. They're awesome." I know it works. They when they land on the window, I'll just hit them with the Windex and they fall, and you can get rid of them. And then you can clean your window. It's like, there's nothing for you here. You're going to die. I don't keep like food out for you to like land on and nibble on it, or like open drinks. That's why the drinks have caps. Like if I make myself a tea, it's not going to sit there for days and days. It's going to get drunk up by the end of the night or first thing in the morning. Yeah, Janie, I'm older than I look. Capricorns age well usually. Oh, J5000, if your body isn't absorbing water, it usually means your colon is gummed up, need to detox, flush it out. Oh, Jenna said I bought you a coffee. Oh my God, thank you. Let me. I did not set it to make that sound. That is so silly. That's what I get for downloading the app. Thank you, Jenna. It's $5. You said, here's my late fee. Oh, you're good. You're good. No, nobody did anything weird to your that sound. I would not have. Oh Jesus. I'm not crying, I'm just sweating. That friggin' cash register sound. That's like having the old school telephone ringtone for your phone on your smartphone, which is something old people do. Like grandpas do that. Thank you, Jenna. Got an unexpected laugh with that sound. Beach Chap saying the system gets used to the puffer. Didn't get my asthma control medication from the chemist for about a week, so better to treat health issues with natural assistance. Yeah, see, I wonder like how my breathing would improve if I've seriously thought about switching to a bong for health reasons because the water filters out everything. Whereas if you smoke with like a pipe or anything else, like yeah, you've got a screen, but you're still gonna get like residue particles. There was a point where I was only smoking out of a bong, so I could not smoke out of a weed pipe. I would just sit there and cough like it was my first time smoking anything ever, like I was a newbie. So I have thought about buying a bong, again for health reasons. I understand how that sounds. Chemtrail cough, lol. It's just from smoking on the balcony. It's uh I don't get to like sneezy can just like if I were to I notice if my voice gets like rougher by the end of the night, like after these, it would have been because I was smoking too early all through the week. Like it doesn't need to be like 10 a.m. and I'm hitting the pipe. It's like nothing's happened. I've been up for an hour. It's not that bad usually. Like wait till the afternoon. You don't have to spend the entire day up in smoke. So, but like, I wonder if that would make like my voice sound better, if I'd be able to breathe better, if I'd be able to sing better, or just like louder. I wonder about that. That's what I gotta do. Buy a bong for that. This is a medically prescribed. Pardon. A doctor ordered reefer. Oh, Jeannie says I love what laugh Nikki has. Thank you. Oh man, that got me out of left field. I like those kind of laughs. Like we did have a Frankly, it was hot and she was talking about running her air conditioning and I never use air conditioning ever. And but she's like, "Well, I've got asthma, so I kind of, have to if I want to, do the breathing thing for the rest of the day." I'm like, "Oh, geez, turn it on, full blast, whatever." J5000 vaporizers better on the lungs than bongs. Like I'm not gonna like do like the vape pen vaping thing. That's gay. Can't do that. Like no cigarettes, no cigars. Again, I'm straight. Can't do it. Patrick should just make cakes better hit and last longer. I'm not gonna wait a half an hour to catch a buzz though. You gotta, like digest it, let it get through your system. Wonder why you're tired. Wonder why you got the munch. Oh, maybe it's those brownies I ate. Let me drink an entire bucket of water and still have cotton mouth. Think you're thinking of humidifier filter machines? Maybe. You just you take the like the stuff, you put it in a thing, you take a lighter to it, like that. You don't have to get more techy than that. It's just reefer. You don't need like these bongs with all these chambers and all these tubes and all these chambers and all this that like look man, it's not that serious. Who you trying to impress? How much was that? Like instead of spending $100 on the big silly Willy Wonka bong, you could have got a $10 bong and spend the rest of the money on weed. But since you know better, sitting there sober looking at your bong, I hope you feel really cool. Now Tuesday was when we had the guests with like the super low audio. And I swear that happened twice this week. Was that the same one? I don't know, but like the dude's audio was just low, like ASMR low. And this is something somebody said. I don't know the context of it, but they're like, the chat will decide when the show's over. How about that? Oh no, this was the one Frank's talking about the article. People like 50% of people bring around like extra underwear with them for emergencies. So we're in the chat room, like like what are you eating? What are you doing to yourself? That like nothing stays inside of you. It all just falls out. You can't go home and change. Friend of the time traveler story. Well, this was when this was just the people who like just could not hold their bodily fluids in, and then but somebody made the point like, hey, you don't take your extra boat of gravy around you with you and spill it on you sometimes. Come on. So like, okay, maybe that. Maybe it might be another day. I'll get to that when I flip the page. I don't remember. Oh, what was it? No, Dixie said, Frank's show is the best place to go for head. I think that's what she's. It's yeah. No, that's what was said. Full stop. No context. That's what I need to know. The emoji is Satan. All emojis are Satan. This was the guess. I did I write down his name? I didn't, but he was like the Dennis O'Hare looking guy with he had like a white hoodie on. Like he was like a white guy, no hair, white hoodie. I could not see the dude. I had to keep my hat on. It was just too much white. And then like Frank's at home in a black shirt with that sign gone, so like the wall is black, so we can see him just fine. But dude's over there just like glowing. So it's kind of bright. Not really digging that. But like the guest seemed like a cool guy. Oh, and that's why there was we found passports on the ground like at 9/11. The passports were flying the planes. Why didn't we put that together before? I figured it out. It only took 20 some years whenever that happened, but yeah, it wasn't people of a certain nation, it was passports did 9/11. And Frank was not wearing a hat. So again, if you don't have hair, you have a better chance of getting on. Quite frankly, I don't know the odds of that, but that's what I've seen. And I noticed that, and I said something in the chat room like it's gonna throw somebody off really bad if somebody was like, "Hey, watch Quite Frankly," and they tune into this. He's not in the studio. He's at home, and he's not wearing a hat. And somebody in the chat room was like, "Whoa, I didn't notice Frank was not wearing a hat. I just imagined he had one on there." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's a trauma response. That happens to me too. I don't know how to act with Frank because I have a hat." Okay, okay, okay. Wednesday, Matt Copper was on. Matt Copper is the guy who owns cultivateelevate.com. That's where I get the pearl powder from and the dragon's blood. Gonna try the lion's mane again. Gonna go back on that maybe next week. Good stuff, good prices. Watch the bag when they send it to you. They might send you something in your favor, but ends up being an inconvenience. But really good site. His real last name is like Roski. So I didn't know who Frank was talking about for half a week. I'm like, oh, Matt Copper. Why didn't you just say that? The Capricorn guy. So usually when he's on, he's in Arizona, and the show comes on at 7 p.m. But he manages to be standing somewhere where it is noon because, like, the sun could not be brighter. There's a white wall behind him. The sun is actually hitting him. It's one of the brightest shots you're ever going to see. I don't know how that happens, but that's usually how his interviews go. This was different. He's just like standing at the top of the stairs of a nice house. So there's an echo. And all I was thinking of, okay, here's Matt Copper. I'm thinking of Matt McCann at the top of the stairs, just meowing and just going through the whole house. So he is just up there doing his interview like normal. And he always has his camera up a little bit, so he's got to raise his arms up, but that's fine. But as he's doing his interview, it's getting later and later outside, so it's getting darker. But you could still see him, like white walls. He's a white guy, and he didn't disappear. I could still see the guy there. Jeannie, yeah, that white hoodie was bright. Like, dude, we see you. As the interview goes on, you can tell there was not like a light near him. We could barely see the guy, but we could hear him fine. He could see us fine. I kind of didn't see a problem with it, but then eventually he had to start fiddling around and getting a light. And then when he did get a light, it gave me like Blair Witch Project vibes because it was very like off to the side and there was no other light in the room. But then I got to thinking about it. I'm like, okay, like usually guests are a little bit more on about turning the light on themselves. Why was this guy just so comfortable with basically no light on in the room talking to us? Maybe he has really good night vision because he's a cat. I, I mean, could be. He can see when it's dark. His name is Matt. That's two right there. Little bit suspicious of that. Could be a cat. Just saying. I'm looking out for that next time. And I didn't know this. Frank said that, okay, his very first The Dolls Up was February 18, 2006 at 1 a.m. That's all we knew about it. It was just him doing the show. Maybe Petey Face and or Anthony was there. Jenna probably blue light. Yeah, blue light or a light only cats can see. A genie, meow. Exactly. Yeah, it could be. Could be. I haven't seen any evidence to the contrary. But apparently, Frank's first show was heard by Lauren, his wife. She was just at college and happened to catch the show. We never knew about anybody watching that first show, never heard about it, and then Frank just dropped that information. Flip the page. I forgot what day it was. On the 7th? The 8th. The 8th. Wednesday. So yeah, so she heard his first show. That is so cool. I'm surprised. It's been 10 years. It's the first time I'm hearing about it. But yeah, that's what he said. So cool. Glad she was a fan. Yeah, okay, yeah. Wednesday the background was too bright because Frank's got to turn on all the lights behind him, and like they just glow on their own, so it's not like it's like light directly in our faces. It just kind of like glows back there and then hits this white door, so it does make it a little bit bright. It kind of makes me think of like backlighting done wrong, where backlighting would be, say, if I had some lights you couldn't see that were shining on this sheet just to bring out the definition, just to make the background brighter. That's backlighting. Backlighting is not like putting every light behind you and turning it on. So it gave me that kind of a vibe, like maybe he's going for backlighting. I don't know, but it feels like a you're doing it wrong situation. But he had it fixed the next night, so it's not permanent. Jenna said I remember Frank talking about that years ago. Yeah, yeah, same. Jenna saying I thought he met her at his pharmacy job. She came in with her mother. Yeah, that's the story that I remember. I didn't know she knew anything about him before that. So like, there's this whole other like backstory about her that we're just finding out about. Beach Chap, yeah. Like quite frankly, studio setup heaps more as well. I like the studio. I like to see the lava lamps. That's how it's always looked. Because the home studio, it will make you, if you're claustrophobic like me, it will like get to you for a while. And I don't know how long it took for me to be like okay with the size of that room, but it is like if you feel like you can't breathe, it's not you. You're fine. But that's what Matt Copper's talking about World's Fairs. They're just like showing off architecture that was already there. Like we didn't build these big grand buildings. They were already sitting there. We're just showing off like they're ours, like we built them in the past, and then sometimes we just tear them down. But they use those world fairs. It's a like they're always coming along at the same time because it's a pattern. Oh, he could speak so much more intelligently about it. It made so much sense at the time. They're like showing off technology they never plan on like giving to people, building stuff just to tear it down in some cases. Sounds like I didn't know that still went on. It sounds like a waste of time to me. Brenda, yeah, after she heard him, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, come on, mom. This guy sounds like the guy from the show I told you about. Come on. Jeannie, yeah, lavas are awesome. I like lava lamps. I'm gonna name my first lava lamp after Larry the Lava Lamp. Yeah, the buildings were already here. I wrote down 1962. I forget why. Oh no, 62. That's when they started like like say tearing down nicer buildings or building these like big boring boxy buildings like we have now. Oh, Dandy, glad you made it. J5000 will be interesting. What happens at the 250-year celebration? I'd be more interested if he was talking about getting rid of illegals. It sounds like that 250 celebration sounds like a cover to do bad things. Don't like it. Oh, and the word is converse. That's correct. And then afterwards, we go over to Morning Sickness Matt. That's Matt Christensen because he's got a show on for about an hour. So Frank co-hosts for that right around half an hour. Sometimes he tries to get him to stay a little bit longer. But that's fun because for a minute there, it did feel like quite frankly still going on, even though at about 9:13, I start looking at the clock like I've been in the chat room for over 2 hours. And I was thinking about like going to the bathroom real quick, but that's like Frank can't go to the bathroom after, quite frankly, he's just gotta come right here. He just does a few clicks. So I'm like, well, let me just power through it. It'll be fine. If Frank can do it, so can I. Jenna said, I like watching John Levi discuss about old stuff. Oh, that's too shoot. Matt Copper held up a couple of old books. And then he said like you could like DM him for the names of them. I wish he just would have dropped those because the covers of the books look like stuff that are just going to have, like when they took old pictures, they took the photographs and they got to have those little corner bits on there to like hold the picture on the page. Like it looks like pictures like that with like the wavy all the way around it. Like it would have pictures like that. Like that's what the cover made me think of. Bill Cooper said, I would love to visit the USA for those 250-year celebrations. I'd stay out of here. It sounds like a scam. I would be as suspicious of that as people were before. When did that happen? January 6th, 2021. And people were saying, don't go, don't go. And you see how that turned out. That's what it's going to be, but bigger. J5000 said, check out my lunch break, Understanding Conspiracy and Alpha Talks with a Z, or research on millennial reign. Clackers, Brenda? Clackers, the toy? And people were talking about that. People have been bringing up a lot this week. My lunch break. Well, first they were just saying my lunch break, and I'm thinking, okay, cool, you're on your break from work. Glad you are here. But then more people started mentioning it. And it's like, all you people can't be on the job right now. Come on. But I guess it's a channel. I had some Brenda back in the day. They're loud as hell. Well, then I just saw something that said that they were like made illegal in 1980 or 1981, but I was playing with those in the 90s, so I think that post I saw was full of shit. And it was on Tumblr. They never lie on Tumblr. Jenna said, I'd clackers dangerous. Yeah, if those suckers got swinging around, hell, you could probably knock some kid's eye out or give them a black eye or like cut their eyebrow or those things were serious. Yeah, Thursday's show was folks calling. It was no guests. It was a call-in show, and it was some folks calling in like in California. Like it was, I think one guy that worked for one of the services out there, and he's like, no, it's not so many fires. It's this many fires. So whatever they're saying on the news is not correct. The guy had the real information, and just talking how bad it is for the folks up in Cali because they don't clear out the what is it? They don't have controlled burns. They don't clear out the underbrush. They don't keep the take care of like the wooded areas. So these fires break out. Never happened for the Indians because they knew how to take care of the land. That's deliberate. Dandy said, check out Or I'm sorry, J5000 told Dandy to check out Old World Order documentary. He is heavily featured in it, and you see him in person. Is my lunch break just one of those conspiracy type of channels? By conspiracy, I mean, truth. Jenna, I listened to Ken Wheeler's theory on the start of fires makes sense to me. I'm sure whatever he said is true because if you think that's natural, I've got a bridge I can sell you over in Brooklyn. Yeah, and like who built all of these buildings all over New York? Because we've got these pictures of just like these big grand buildings with nothing else around and maybe one or two other people in the shot. But you got to understand these buildings are built out of the way, and if people are up at that time of the morning, they're either making breakfast or walking to work, like so they don't have time to just be standing around like looking at these big buildings while somebody's taking a picture. So that's why there's never anybody in all of these shots. And like you can't tell people like order them like they don't have barricades, tell people to get the fuck out of the way because they're taking a picture here. B Chap saying a similar situation inside here in Australia. The wildfires went around Australia until it rained roughly 9 years ago. Holy shit. Yeah, Nestle can take their stolen water and use that to put out the fires. Because you have to use way too much water to grow almonds. That's where all of California's water goes. So fuck almonds. Oh, yeah, the Hoover Dam was already built. It was just like out there. We just showed up and all the water was just doing that thing. And we're like, huh, just like the buildings in New York. It was just there one day. Oh, J5000 saying my lunch break started making content in his car on his lunch break. Every episode, he uncovers false historical narrative of old world structures around the world. Oh, that sounds interesting. Jeannie, yeah, I thought the same lunch break. Like all these people must are working second shift and they've got like sometime between 7 and 9 p.m. off for their lunch. Okay, cool. Where do you guys work at that everybody's on the same shift? Jenny, I probably sewage water from Nestle. They buy up the water rights in like poorer countries so they can bottle it all up and then sell it back to the people so they can't like get water to like grow crops and the like. And take a look at this on your own. Anytime there's a natural disaster, any disaster where they have to fly in help, you'll see pallets and pallets of stuff and things and food and pallets of water. Take a look at those pallets of water. I'll tell you right now what they all say. Nestle Pure Life. They're not Aquafina. They're not Dasani. They're not Fiji water. Jenna, did you know NASA owns the bottom of the Grand Canyon? That's an odd place for them to be. J5 saying, my lunch breaks channel is growing fast. It gets a little repetitive, but is very interesting. Oh, that's okay. That's cool. I mean, more power to him, growing his fan base. Oh, yeah, and a new thing now, drink whenever Frank says balls, since it comes up so much. Patrick, I'm pretty sure Callie is still on fire. Yeah, unfortunately. So we do have some Franklies out there. So I don't know. I don't know where things are in California. I just know like like the Los Angeles stuff. Like I think the Hollywood sign burned, but it's not like they can't put that right back up. So what is it? Just like wood, steel. I don't know. People can kill themselves. They jump off of something else and commit suicide. I don't know. Go retro. Put the land back up there. Just Hollywood land, or just land without the Hollywood. Brenda, it's all about the water more than the land. They need tons of water to cool all of the damn tech. Yeah, that's why you should not use AI and things like that. It just creates heat that's unnecessary. J5 said, Jenna, not surprised. There is a whole Egyptian civilization that was found in the Grand Canyon 200 years ago. They blocked it from public access in the last 100 years. That would be interesting. Because I'm into ancient Egypt. So that's why I don't understand why a place like Pilled has to use up 20% more battery power when I was there versus using like just YouTube watching, quite frankly. Why does it have to use up that extra power for me to just sit there? Just using up more electricity to make things hotter, to make things to catch on fire. And I did know more about that, but it slipped out of my mind. I like these dumbass animations when you go to YouTube. Just go right over to YouTube and up in the top left corner where it says YouTube. A lot of times that turns into it's doing it now. It's a fucking animation. See that little, oh, I didn't tap that. Fuck you. See where it's supposed to say YouTube and it's just like a blue block? It doesn't need to animate like that because all that's doing, what is it, chips? It just uses a battery power. So that just means I've got to plug in my phone more often. That means my electric bill goes up. That means less money in my pocket to smoke out on the balcony. That's why they do that. Stop using it. Jen, I believe all the continents were together many moons ago. I think so. Yeah, J5, the history we were taught is a lie. It's all BS. Yeah, I really have to like look back at all of history and like rethink it because a lot of it just fits a pretty picture they want to tell people to like teach kids in school. So they don't ask questions and just become good factory workers and teen moms. Yeah. Yeah, Pangea. Imagine the railway system if we still had Pangea. We'd be so much closer to like Europe and England and all of that. Yeah, Matt McCat was on the Friday show, but just like the last time he was on, Frank locked the door. So there's Matt scratching outside at the door, couldn't get in, can't turn the handle because he's got cat paws. So Frank had to go downstairs and let him in. Brenda, yeah, order followers. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Don't ask questions, just pay taxes and get injections. Oh, Arden, glad you made it. And I guess the new trend is for like the kitties to be huffing these fumes that make them fall out and makes their bowels release, and they get tremors and just it kind of sounds like heroin but worse. But they're puffing it, and I knew a lot of people that chose heroin for a thing to do, so I know a little bit too much about that. But yeah, if you're like huffing stuff to get high, that's gay. Guilty Matt Fridays are great. Just saying, Bill Cooper. Yeah, Matt's so cool. He's so chill. Jenna said, yes, they'll turn their parents' weapons after we pass, sadly. Yeah. Or turn in their parents' weapons. Yeah. J5, yeah, it was nice to see Matt, but he looked exhausted. Yeah, Matt does work a lot, so he was, getting that overtime around Christmas. And then it sounds like whenever, like, if the weather happens to be bad, he just has to be out the shoveling snow and just putting down salt and getting like pets because he's a pretty kitty cat, so he's busy. And I'm not sure if it's if it's just a first shift thing or if he's on call or how that goes. So he was feeling kind of tired. Plus he was out there scratching at the door for who knows how long. So I guess it was not the night to get like the big cat laugh out of him, but like he was there and he was having a good time. Oh, Arden's saying that she and Wally are in Mexico now. It's awesome, dude. What's the weed go for down there? And then I thought of this. I don't know why Frank has not thought of this. Oh, Jeannie, Matt is a trooper. He really is. But because Frank will take, where Matt sits and reverse the shot, because I don't know why Frank doesn't put himself on the leftmost part of the screen, because we read left to right, and then put Matt on the right side of the screen. Frank doesn't do that. So he just reverses Matt's shot, but then everything behind him, if he's wearing like logos, anything like that, that's reversed. So with that in mind, he should just take all of the pictures behind him and have them printed in reverse and then hang them up. That's how they shot the beginning of Titanic. They only built like the side of the boat we see when it's sinking. So when you watch the beginning of Titanic and like, I don't see what the big fuss is about, all that scene, like you see like Titanic printed, people have it like, on their hats, stuff like that. All that was reverse. All that was shot in reverse. You probably don't know that. You know it now. Just do the Titanic thing with Matt's shot. That's all you got to do. Nobody would notice. Beach said, talking about Matt. Yeah, I feel for him. Got so tired yesterday. I lied on the floor in the front lounge room. I was extremely uncomfortable though on the floor. Sometimes you just kind of gotta lay on the floor. It's like sort of straighten everything. It depends how your back feels about it. Oh, J5, good idea. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of it before, because Frank's been doing that for years. It's like to just take whatever those news articles are, just get them, printed in reverse so we can read them. And that way it will just look like everything is correct except for Matt if he's sitting there with logos on. And it will mess with people's heads in a fun way, and then they'll have to ask why that is. And then we can explain all of this to them. Be like, hey, watch the beginning of Titanic. Yeah, they had the Twitch updated with the dark handle thing. Only when I'm on, quite frankly. If I'm in my own room and somebody tags me, it's still white. But if I am tagged in Frank's room, it's just, like at Nikki M Carlin, and it's just like a very, very dark gray around it. That's so nice of them. Thank you, Twitch. I had to throw my pen. Pick it up. All right, and then somebody asked just randomly, they just dropped in the chat room. Is it? Yeah. What's your second favorite YouTube channel? Just out of the blue. They didn't tag anybody, they just asked that. So I said, quite frankly. And then, minute goes by or whatever, not even that long. And then they tagged me and they were like, what's your favorite YouTube channel? Like, what's my first favorite? I said, Gray Still Plays. I'm my third favorite, but he didn't ask that. I don't think he was expecting the first answer. And that's only because Gray's my dad, so it's not. Yes, I have been it quite frankly longer. I've known Frank longer. That's different. He's more like a friend. This was the dude. Okay, this guy called in, and it sounded like he was like speaking low, and he was like in another room of his house. Jenna, LOL, you're fired. I know, right? I had to be honest, so I didn't want to lie to the poor boy. I mean, he didn't ask me to elaborate or anything. So this guy calls in, and Frank's like, "Okay, get closer to the phone." Am I on speakerphone? Like, I'm like, "No, no, you shouldn't be. No, I'm just on a. I think it was on a house phone or something like that, or like what, like a rotary phone." So Frank's like, "Okay, well, can you speak up because we can barely hear you?" Guy's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, sure, okay, Frank. So anyway, so here's the story I want to tell. Okay, so like he could not have spoken like more softly, like he was seemed like a soft spoken guy anyway, but he was not speaking with his vaudeville voice. So I was not gonna turn up the volume anyway. And I was kind of like too busy laughing at the comments because everybody just kind of took their turn ripping into this guy. So this was different. I was laughing so much I could just write down comments. I couldn't get names, but somebody said he should be using Morse code. Somebody else said he should have just sent an email. I feel stupid. I'm not laughing at my own joke, so that's not what this is. The last one killed me. They said they could hear smoke signals better. I was done. I was done. Like I know I had things to say. I couldn't remember smoke. And this call went on for so long. It was like a 5 minute call, and this guy had stuff to say, and it's like I can't turn up the volume because I kind of don't want to know what you're talking about because I'm too busy laughing at the chat room. Should have sent an email. Oh Jesus, that was great. If that's still up, that was the Friday show. Like watch that and watch the comments go by. It's too much fun. Yeah, mood buddy. And Frank told him to keep it short, and he didn't. He did. I mean, like, okay, he didn't have the show playing in the background, so he got that right. It seemed like a nice guy. Just could not hear anything he said. I hope he calls in more with the volume down so people can just rip into it. But Doughboy called into the show, and Ish was in the chat room. So like super old school Franklies from the like Ustreams, the Dolls days. They just show up like that, just out of the blue. Kind of like all at once. You'll see like a bunch of like retro Franklies there, just OGs. And then a lady called in. She was talking about like she was minding like all of these dogs. Like maybe she was dog sitting, and there was like a big one. I forget the size. I don't know dog size. Like a big one, and then like a whole bunch of like a little bunch of little doggos. And I guess the big one was just like had murder on his mind. So he goes at one of the little dogs, like it gets like the head in its mouth, and the chick just acts real fast. She like just sticks her hand in the way, so the dog bit her hand instead of the other little dog. Brenda, he should have sent a telegram. Stopped. Fucking Pony Express ass call. We need to get a Ouija board and just have a seance. Dark Shadows reference. Brenda, yeah, telegram. Arnya Ish, he hasn't been around for a long time. Yeah, it's been like months go by before I see that guy. It might be just a few times a year, but he was in there for a little bit. It's like, oh my god. Like I do have him. Like I know I've got him like followed on Twitter, so it's not like he's just never around or anything like that. But it's like, oh my god, that guy. Maybe Frank had a dream and then he woke up and he heard the rest of that guy's call. I was like, okay. But yeah, this lady like this dog bit into her hand so like deep, like I guess it punctured one of her like fingers, like had a full on like hole in it. And like I guess she like kind of like fell out, like just blacked out, and was just like away in this field of like orange and purple flowers for hours and hours. And next thing she knows, she just hears, Mom, that it's, her son, kind of yelling at her, and she kind of just came to. And what she was out for like 30 seconds, a couple minutes versus like the hours she's just like walking through this pleasant field. But there she was with this hole in her hand, from the tooth. And Frank's like, oh damn, have you been to the hospital since then? The girl's like, oh no, I don't believe in doctors. I'm like, yep, based. I like this chick. So I hope she's okay. It doesn't sound like it's infected or anything. More power to her. Hope it all heals up right. I like maybe she's I see why she didn't type in goodness if her hand's still healing. It just happened at like Christmas or like just after Christmas. She said so like within the last month. My God. Jack Rogers, yeah. I wanted to say it was on the old Hank Crank wall phones. Does it have the bit like you gotta talk into the piece there? Do you hold the other piece to your mouth? My God. Oh yeah, Dusty Blue, have a good night. Glad you showed up. And Frank's mentioned this before. He really wants Matt to start gaming with them again because Frank is using his Twitch for gaming. He will go live. Uh, it's always in the like later evenings, after quite frankly time or on the weekends. You get your Twitch notification, and Frank is playing, like Call of Duty or Major League Baseball. He's got one of the Star Wars games. He mentioned Grand Theft Auto. Haven't seen him play it yet. I would like him to, and stuff like that. He wants to get a bunch of people to, like watch that. But also, if there are other Franklies who game, he's interested in getting them involved to get, say, a bunch of people together to do like I don't know if it's called quests, but like do your adventuring in Call of Duty because they have like team games you can play in that stuff like that. I guess all the games you can kind of play with teams. I don't know about Grand Theft Auto though. That seems like a one player thing. Don't know. Don't quote me on it. I don't own it. I've only seen people play it. But that would be so cool to again if Frank had like frankly gamers there, I'd be in the chat room so heavily. But when he does go live, it is like rather late for me, so it might be like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. But they're fun. They're small rooms. I don't know if people just aren't up or they don't know or if their notifications are off. But if you do follow Frank on Twitch, make sure the notifications are on because he is using that a lot more regularly than he was in prior years. Oh yeah, Bill Cooper. Yeah, he says Keck John Rogers. John Rogers. I went with rotary phones. Yeah, is it that? Oh my God, how much is a? Is it like literally like the can with the string? Why is this audio? Or yeah, probably doesn't have rabies. Yeah, I hope not. I would think that would show up by now. Jeannie, yeah, Frank will have fun. Like Frank, because Frank is not, like he's not like a freaking out at the other players and starting fights, rage quitting, anything like that. He's just, playing the game, having a good time, shooting the shit with the chat room. All right on, right on cue. Glad you made it. Good evening. Nice to see you too. So he's just in there, just having fun. Sometimes he'll play for like an hour at night, and since it's a smaller room, he can see what folks are saying and chat with them, and they can, ask questions or shoot the breeze or hey, good game. Oh, look at that guy over there. John Rogers saying Twitch is the only notifications I get besides D Live. That's cool. Yeah, make sure the Twitch notifications are on. Like I do have a Pickled Gamer followed on YouTube and Twitch, so when he goes live from both. So I get like the YouTube and the Twitch notification. So if I'm getting them both, I figure well, it's him, but if I'm just getting a Twitch notification, I know it's Frank. All right, on cue, so I'd love your shirt. Thank you very much. This is not today's Satan. It's Gray Still Plays. You can't see it because it's so light across here. This is a small. And if you want one, you can go to the description. I've got the link to gracestillplays.com. I saw some other stuff there too. He's got like mugs and other styles of shirts, other like phrases and logos. Not sponsored, not affiliated. I just really like everything he does. Except for that little watery effect they do with his voice. I really do hate that. I want to slap the shit out of his editor every single time he does that. But other than that, I love everything he does. That's not him, that's his editor. Oh, Kara, glad you made it. She said, I've been listening on Bluetooth. Hi, everyone. Hi, Nikki. What's up? Kara, yeah, thanks for not spoiling on Daryl Dixon. Yeah, like I wanted to say something, but I'm not trying to like sit here. Like I didn't take notes. I'm not going to sit here and detail the whole 6 episodes in case you do want to watch it. Um, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad it is. Again, like I do kind of wish it was 8 episodes instead of 6 because they could have gotten done more with it, maybe make me care about some of the other characters, flesh it out a little bit more. But the fact that there is like technically, I guess, a second season to it, okay, maybe that's where that information is. Maybe they take it in another direction. I don't know. Oh, the call-in number, yeah, that is a 419-359-8869. Bill Cooper saying, Frank is a serious gamer. Caught him on Twitch playing Call of Duty. He got killed instantly. I made a joke telling him he was doing it wrong, and he told me to go have a coffee. Why so serious? She's like, hey, good game. Ouch, did it hurt? Oh, John Rogers was saying he gets his he said he never gets YouTube or Rumble notifications, but he gets some notifications for me. That's interesting. Huh. I wonder if it's a YouTube thing or like a phone thing. Like I will say the notifications still are coming in late. I mentioned it last week. I'm mentioning it this week because it hasn't stopped. I will get a notification like the video goes up at 4. I'm not getting the chime off on my phone until 4:01 or 4:03. It's 2 minutes late. Okay, the 1 minute late, 2 minutes late, 2 minutes late. Don't make me say it again. You see what they're doing. And that's just for Gray Still Plays. So I know to like check to like actually click on the video at 7 because I'm not gonna get the notification Frank's live until like a minute later. I can't get that notification a minute late even though I'm in the chat room. Oh, Kara's saying, oh, eyes are bothering you tonight. Oh, more power to you. I hope they get better. That really sucks. Yeah, well, Frank does handle getting, killed in his video games well. He's, you don't hear, like, he doesn't like say, like, fuck, and then you hear something like break across the room. He's not, a teenager. He's not pitching a fit and, fighting with the other gamers. Like, look here, motherfucker, I'm gonna come to your house. It's not that. If that's what you're looking for, don't tune in for that. It's very, like, if you do like Ray Still Plays, it's not like that. It's way more chill. And there's a chat room. Oh, is pineapple pie a thing? I mean, I know you can put like take like pie, like a pie crust and put pineapple in it and put a top over it and bake it, but will it come out? And like I'm not a huge pineapple fan, so that's why I don't know. But it kind of rhymes, so why wouldn't it be a thing? Pineapple pie. Has nobody done that? Like, is it a thing in Hawaii? Does it just like does cooking it make it like come out not good? So that's not a thing. It like has anybody done that? Like I don't cook. I don't check out a lot of different food channels. Like it's not gonna come up on Steve 1989 MRE info or the Townsends, so I'm not gonna know. Yeah, Bill Cooper, pineapple pie. I don't know either. I don't know. I just thought of it one day and I don't know why I didn't ask before now. I probably should have written it down. Okay, no, I did those. Cause like I'm okay with pineapple. I admit maybe it's good. Like I couldn't like say make it myself because I would mess it up. I don't know how to do pastry. Pastry is too scientific. Like I can cook, but like baking and stuff like that, that's like building a rocket. Yeah, see, right on cue said never had pineapple pie, but pineapple upside down cake is yum. So like is pineapple upside down cake like how they get away with making pineapple pie because it does not turn out in a pie? It's never come up before. I used to watch Top Chef religiously. Jenna the Fog was tested in Florida, and it's a bacteria which can cause eye infections. That is gay. Arden said, "Can't you put anything in a pie?" Hey, yeah, you got us there. Maybe is there Oh, Jeannie said maybe on Pinterest you could find a recipe. Oh, and then Bill Cooper said I know it took me a while to find pineapple juice not sold in a can. Wow, I'm thinking the only time I found pineapple juice was in a can, or like pineapples have the juice in it. That's like real pineapple juice, I should say, not like pineapple flavored. Beat Chap used to get slack from the online multiplayer gamers as well, so decided to disable sound effects so I couldn't hear their nonsense. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm, old school gamer. I don't understand the point of having to get a group of motherfuckers together just to advance at a level. That makes no sense to me. Oh, and this happened because last time I was talking about those Polish donuts that they sell for Lent, and I didn't know when they were just having for sale, but I knew they were a thing. And then I go into the store on Wednesday and they had them there. I just spoke them into existence. I didn't buy any because like the weather was such that like I don't know if I was going to be able to like balance all these donuts and like walk with it being windy and the snow and all that. So I'm going to get some next week. But they have them in stores now. They've got the Polish Easter donuts. So I'm going to get some of those. I've been craving those so bad. And I've been craving coffee because this is not technically a spoiler for Dark Shadows. But let me tell you, those people do two things in that town: they gossip and they drink coffee. I swear to God, every single episode, it's like cups of coffee for the whole 22 minutes. So I've been craving coffee so bad, so much that I've got it on the grocery list. I gotta see how much I have left. And I'm not a huge coffee drinker, but I'm watching like, damn, that looks so good. I like that cup. Man, I could really go for that. And like I could have that with the donuts. Patrick saying to Arden, we have many recipes for pies here in the UK. Yeah, they do meat pies. Oh yeah, right on cue, quiche. Isn't that just like breakfast in a pie with like egg and other stuff? I don't know if I've had a quiche. It's like cold, isn't it? I don't even know. That's something I would have more. Yeah, so I do have the account set up for a super chat. So if you do use the links are in the description. I've got Venmo, I've got Buy Me a Coffee, and if you use either of those links, 100% of your donation goes to the creator. You're not giving 30% to YouTube. It goes to me. It stays in the United States. I don't buy hookers and blow with it. It's all on the up and up. So I anything I get through there, I'm not just gonna like take in donations. If you say something, I'll wait till the next live show, read your comment live. So I mean, yeah, I do read comments live here, but that way you're guaranteed to get your comment read. Plus you're supporting the channel. So it's twofold. Jenna Shepherd's pie. Beach app don't like coffee, though energy drinks are even undesirable for me at least. Yeah, if they got like that sucralose that destroys your DNA, I can't have that. Got enough problems. I do prefer energy drinks because they have more coffee, or not coffee, but more caffeine than coffee, I should say. Right on Q said, yes, you can put anything in a quiche as long as there are also eggs. Nice. Oh, hell yeah, Patrick. Egg and bacon quiche. Really tasty. Love bacon. Oh, Jeannie said Dark Shadows was that when I was in high school. Yeah, you can watch it now. You can watch it on Tubi. It's a free app. You can watch it on your phone, your smart TV, and everything in between. Bill Cooper, Dark Shadows from 1966. It's broken up into two parts if you look it up on Tubi. There's Dark Shadows, the beginning. That's the first 209 episodes. And then there's just, Dark Shadows, no subtitle. That's episode 210 till episode 1245. And that's when they brought on Jonathan Frid. So it is broken up like that. If you have the DVDs like I do too, it just all flows. That's always around. We're going to be watching The Boondock Saints from 1999. That's also on Tubi. I'm going to review that in 2 weeks from today on the 25th. So you can check that out at your leisure. Again, Norman Reedus is in it. Has a don't look it up. Don't look it up. If you've never seen it, don't look it up because like the cast listing will be spoilers. So just don't just hit play. Just hit play. It's an action movie from, the Two Brothers Raised in Hell from 1999, and one of them's the guy from The Walking Dead. That's all I knew when I popped it in. That's all you need to know. You'll have a good time. Plus, Frank plays a clip from it. Either that or the second one. Patrick, really, we call a pie anything with pastry. Yeah, Cornish pastry is really good. Okay, I will take your word for it. Is it made out of real Cornish people? Oh, that's right, Arden's saying, but shepherd's pie has no pastry. It's delish, but is mashed potato pastry. Mm. I think I'm going to go ahead and let potatoes be called pastry just because I like potatoes, but that's me. Yeah, but you don't have to spend any money to support a channel. All you have to do is just show up and have a good time. But if you want to do a little bit more than that, you can smash the like button and make sure you are subscribed with all notifications on. You can share the shows if you think your followers would be into it. If not, that's understandable. I know what it's like. One platform, it's not like another. YouTube is not like Twitter. It's not like Twitch. It's not like, any other, one side is not like another side. It's at least myself. You don't conduct yourself one way on YouTube and then say conduct myself another way on Tumblr. Entirely different worlds. Jenna, no calls yet. No calls yet, but I'll have the phones open for my show next week. Next week on January 18th. Actually, let me back up just a tiny bit. Yeah, next week's just a regular week, quite frankly. But yeah, my birthday is next week on the 18th. I think I'm going to be like 258. No plans at all as of yet. So I'm just planning on being here and showing up. Maybe folks can call in and say happy birthday or just tell me they hate the show. Whatever you want. It just like this, just shooting the shit. Uh, don't know how I'm gonna feel being that much older. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll have a good time. I will say, like, sometimes my birthday is not a good day, so like, I'm gonna apologize now if there's like some kind of dumbass technical difficulties going on that day. I'm sorry now, it happens. The show after that will be better, I promise, but that could happen. Just a big F you to me. Oh, Bill Cooper, cool. When I get back home in a few weeks, I'll be calling you, Nikki. Nice, I'll be here. Jeannie said it was fun watching drama series. Thank you. All right, on cue. My birthday's next week, January 18th. We still haven't found see if there's like a birthday twins for anybody in January. I know there are January or Capricorn Franklies. It's the same day as Cary Grant and Oliver Hardy, Danny Kaye, Jonathan Davis from Korn. I got a lot of people with like their birthdays like right before me or right after me. Like I mentioned Dennis O'Hare's birthday is the day before me, and then you got somebody like say like Janis Joplin or Edgar Allan Poe or Kathy Najimy does the voice of Leela. Like all those are like January 19, stuff like that. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Right on cue. Yeah, just a week from today, getting older. I don't know, maybe if it's gonna be like an astrology episode or what. Just gonna wing it. Jenna said, I'm not seeing all the messages and I'm on live chat. Now I do have people are over on my Twitch who don't have YouTube. They're over there chatting. So Jeannie and Bill Cooper, they're Franklies, they're just watching over on Twitch. So that's if you can't see them, that's where they are. So the chat room is not haunted. It's not you. I just got 2 chat rooms open. It reminds me of the first chat room tour I did in about 2022. Yeah, back when Theta was still a thing. So it'd be like YouTube and then like Theta and then a third one going on. Yeah, so yeah, that's why. Just doing the Twitch thing. I'm not broadcasting there. I'm just looking into it. It's my own chat room. If you have a Twitch, you have a chat room connected to it, and it never closes. That room is always open to use. That's how they watch, quite frankly, over on Twitch. It's not broadcast there. They watch something else. They just use that chat room. Oh, Bill Cooper saying an astrology show for your birthday would be great. Right on cue. She's multitasking big time. Yeah, I was kind of excited about it. It's like, well, it's extra work for me, but it's going to be more fun for you guys. So I hope it's fun to watch back for myself, too. Right, I'm sorting out expired vitamins and supplement fads. Yep, got to do that. I'm a big one for buying supplements and just forgetting about it. Yeah, I'm glad everybody had fun. I hope so. I'm glad to see everybody. And thank you for supporting the channel by just being Franklies, just showing up and showing up too. Quite frankly, I know that's not here, but just like going there, having a good time, coming here, hanging out, having a good time, maybe watching some movies, checking out some Tubi. Patrick, been a great evening. Thanks to all in chat. Just gone 2 a.m. here. Yeah, so we'll see what's going on. I do have a little poll up on YouTube, the community tab, just asking which app you guys prefer, whether it's Discord or Gilded. That's on. I've got one on Twitter. That one, those you can only set those for a week. So if you do want to answer that, it's not essential for anything. It's not like picking a movie, but that's up on the community page if you want to check it out. Oh, Joe Taylor, glad to see you. She said, 11 blessings to you all. Glad you made it. Danny, have a great night. Yeah, you too. Jeannie, you're welcome. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for everybody on Twitch showing up and YouTube showing up. It's but really, if Streamlabs didn't act like it can't multicast over to specifically Twitch, I might be over there by now. But I gotta fight with this a little bit more to see if it's it or if it's me. If I just can't figure out where to go. But yeah, I'm glad you guys did want to check me out tonight. Please remember to pick up your pants because it is 1, very cold, and 2, there's not another show for a week, so they'll just be sitting on the floor getting kicked around or kicked into a corner. And that's not a terribly wrinkled jeans is not a good look. So remember to smash the like button before you go. And stay warm. Get some good sleep. Have a good meal. All right, and Q said, thank you for the fun. Wish I'd seen this sooner. Take good care. See you soon. Yeah, every Saturday at 7 p.m., 7 to 9, I'm live. And if, quite frankly, is off the air, then I'm on the air. So there's always a show at 7 p.m. for 2 hours, Monday through Saturday, somewhere on YouTube. Oh, Bill Cooper, yeah, take care out there. Yeah, you too. Jeannie, good night, love. Yeah, good night to you. Moon Bunny, yeah, says, thanks, you're welcome. Joe Taylor said, stay warm. Gonna be nipply in Florida tonight. 42? Oh my God, that is freezing. Can't be 42 in Florida. Brenda, good night, Nikki. Yeah, good night to you guys. Get your laundry done. And let's see, regular week, quite frankly. Just Capricorn things. Oh, Rover, yeah, glad you made it in. Have a good night. Jeannie says meow. Yeah, yeah, a meow to Matt McCat and possibly Matt Copper. We got to see what he's like the next time he comes on. Just get like a little, like a mouse and just kind of shake it in front of him and toss it, see if he goes after it. Shine a laser pointer at the screen. Yeah, good night, Dandy. Joe Taylor and God We Trust. Got that right. Yeah, I love seeing you guys. Joe Taylor, yeah, and God We Trust, Weather Warfare, Pray for the World. That's right, yeah. Too much nonsense going on. Just gotta keep our heads on straight. Well, keep your head on a swivel, but definitely, keep it on your shoulders. Can't get to the end stream button. 24-hour stream, can't help it. No. Oh, till next time.